I'm gonna give you different ways to how to avoid it, and I'm gonna be talking about the correct use of citation. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, guys, today I'm going to talk a little bit of what is plagiarism and what does this involve. When you think of plagiarism, the most common thing to think about is copying or borrowing information from someone else. But let me tell you that on this commentary, we will discuss what plagiarism involves, how to prevent it, and the correct way of citing information. According to the Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary, to plagiarize involves to steal and pass off the ideas or words of another as one's own, to use another's production without crediting the source, and also to commit literally theft, to protect as new and original an idea or product derived from an existing source. Original ideas and expressions, also words, are considered intellectual property, and these ones are protected by copyright laws. These copyright laws are only applied when the person that is talking about is recording their words. For example, when you are writing a book, when you're writing a text, also when you're recording some audio, music, and videos. According to plagiarism.org, the following cases are considered plagiarism: turning in someone else's work as your own, also copying words or ideas from someone else without giving any credit, failing to put a quotation in quotation marks. Another example is giving incorrect information about the source of a quotation. Also, changing words by copying the sentence structure of a source without giving credit. Another case is copying so many words or ideas from a source that it make up the majority of your work, whether you give credit or not. Some laws say that only the 33% of your whole text can be cited or paraphrased from another source. Another case of plagiarism is to use images, videos, and music without proper permission or providing appropriate citation. Most cases of plagiarism can be avoided. My colleague Anna will talk a little bit more about this um, along the video. I hope you can now have a good idea of what plagiarism involves, and in this documentary you'll learn how to avoid it. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. So now I'm gonna talk about different ways to how to avoid plagiarism. I know that it is easy to find information on the internet and just copy and paste that information to our works, but that is not correct, and we have to stay away from plagiarism. Actually, there are different easy ways to avoid plagiarism, and I'm going to talk about them. The first one is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is the easiest one because everyone knows how to paraphrase text. First, you have to need to find information. Then when you have the information, you have to read it and put that information in your own words. So you have to make sure that you do not copy exactly every single word. Um, you don't have to use more than two words together. So if you do that, then you will have to use quotation marks. The second way to avoid plagiarism is to cite. Citing is one of the effective ways to avoid plagiarism. We can have different guidelines of citing, and not citing properly can constitute plagiarism. So, my colleague Marina is going to talk about the different ways to cite. The next how to avoid plagiarism is by quoting. When you quote a source, you don't have to use exactly the way it appears. No one wants to be misquoted. So you don't have to quote like 40 words or more. A scholar should be able to effectively paraphrase most material. Like I told you, paraphrasing is the easiest way to avoid plagiarism. And also, quoting takes time, but actually, the effort pays off. So, if you have to quote, you have to quote correctly and also give the reference of the author. Another way to avoid plagiarism is by citing the quotes. Citing a quote can be different than citing a paraphrased material. This practice usually involves the addition of a page number or a paragraph number in the case of a web content. And last but not least is citing your own material. If some of the material you're using for your research paper was used by you in a previous work, um, or anyone else, you have to cite yourself. Treat the text the same as you would if someone else wrote it. It may sound odd, but using material you have used before is called safe self-plagiarism, and it is not acceptable. And another thing you can do, and you have to do, is to reference. You have to reference all the information you used in the paper. So now my friend Marina is going to talk about different ways to cite.
Thank you, Anna. Now that we know how to prevent plagiarism, I shall explain the proper way to cite and the different ways you may cite your work. There is internal citation, cited page, common knowledge, and unique phrase. An internal citation refers to the practice of giving credit to an author, singer, speaker by citing their words. So you're giving reference to what they wrote and you're not using the words as your own. Works cited page is known as a bibliography reference list and comes at the end of your paper listing all the works, books, articles, internet, sites, etc. you've quoted, paraphrased, or otherwise used to create in your own paper. Common knowledge needs no internal citation, so this is information that normally everyone would know, such as drinking water is good for you. You don't need to cite that because everyone knows it. There is also a unique phrase which needs an internal citation. A unique phrase means that it is coined by an author and used commonly by other authors in specific genre, which means this is a phrase such as got milk, which is used in a commercial or ad. Thank you.
Okay, guys.
I hope you learned a lot from us, and thank you for watching.